are seats up front. If those of you who are just coming in want to find your way up here, I know. We're not scary up here, I promise. Good morning and welcome to Allen Avenue Unitarian Universalist Church, or A2U2 for short. My name is Reverend Tara. My pronouns are they, them, and theirs, and I serve as the minister of this congregation. We at A2U2 are growing a community that transforms lives through the power of love. On Zoom or in person, brand new or long-timer, we are delighted to be with you. After the service this morning, please join us for a special Solstice coffee hour all the way down the long hallway in the religious education wing of our space. And I hope you will join us too on Christmas Eve. We will have an intentionally all ages service at 5 p.m. and a little bit more of a reflective service at 7 p.m. Today's service, our annual celebration of the winter solstice, led by the Allen Avenue Pagan group, is designed with all ages in mind, so there is no separate RE program this morning. If, however, your child at any point would like to play in the nursery, we do have childcare available down the hall. That being said, it is truly a joy to be together with members and friends of all ages this morning. The wiggles and noises that the youngest among us make are a joyful reminder of the life and vibrancy of this multi-generational community where all are welcome. We remember noisy church is a healthy, happy church. Amen. Each December for the last 34 years, this congregation's community of pagans and practitioners of earth-based spirituality have led the community in a ritual marking the longest night and shortest day of the year. Most often, this has been an evening service, sometimes even two. This year's solstice, however, fell just after 10 o'clock on a Sunday morning, so here we are. This service was born of collaboration between the Pagan group and me and not Reverend Emily. I'm Reverend Tara, Emily. And this service was also born of a deep commitment to the Unitarian Universalist value of pluralism, our commitment to celebrate and learn from diverse cultures, theologies, and experiences in our free and responsible search for truth and meaning. We mark today, too, the fourth Sunday in the season of Advent, the winter solstice, and tonight at sundown, the 8th night of Hanukkah. With reverence, we honor each in their uniqueness while also appreciating the universal celebration of darkness and light. Well, let us begin now with the kindling of lights as Cameron and I light our Advent wreath. In a world full of fear, where do you see the presence of love?
I see love all around us. I see love when people hold open the door. I see love in a warm embrace, a homemade casserole, a phone call after a long day. I see love in random acts of kindness and intentional acts of empathy. I see love all around us.
You are right. Even in a fearful world, love is all around us.
Today, we light the candle of love as a reminder of this good news. May this flicker of light help us remember that even in a fearful world, love is here. Love is world-changing. Love is shining bright. We only have to look for it.
Good morning. At this time of year, in the far north, the sun never rises above the horizon. People used to be afraid that the sun would never come back to the sky. Solstice rituals were developed to help the sun come back to us. For 6 months, the days have been growing shorter and the nights longer. Starting today, as of 10:04, a few minutes ago, little by little, the hours of light will increase. The days will grow longer until once again it is summer. We celebrate now the time of midwinter. It marks the birth of the sun. We ask the directions to come forward to close our circle. Air, winter, east, is the time for cold winds and freezing breezes. Spirits of the air, be with us today. South, fire, winter is the time for sitting in front of roaring fires for warmth and blazing candles for light. Spirits of fire, be with us today. West, water. Winter is the time of snow, of water turning to ice, and Jack Frost nipping at us. Spirits of water, be with us today. North, earth. Winter is the time when the earth is bare, and most trees have no leaves. No food is growing now. Spirits of the earth, be with us today. We offer these words as we light our chalice, a symbol of our UU faith. Mother Goddess gives birth to a child of light, and the sun is reborn. As we kindle the flame of our chalice, we usher in light's return.
Good morning. On this very last day of autumn, our solstice celebration service will respect a variety of sacred traditions, and we encourage everyone here to participate and learn. Our Yule altar contains elements of the central images and mysteries of our festival. Candles for living light, evergreens, pine and mistletoe representing the life of the new year, a leafless branch to remind us of winter's power, the fruit of the earth apple, pomegranates, and more. Remember the story of Persephone and gilded nuts. It should be there. Sacred cave figures depicting the Earth Mother and Sun Child. We also placed a donated canned good to be blessed and to represent our donations to the food pantry.
Some say Yule comes from Old English, Saxon, and Norse words meaning wheel. The ancients saw the turn of the seasons as the turning of the sacred wheel of the year. Others ascribe the word to a Norse word meaning to yell, the process by which the ancients called back the wandering sun. German linguists cite the old name for December as Yule, hence Yule. Today, we bring forward a Yule log cut from the sacred tree of the Druids. We added gilded evergreen fir to represent the birth of the new year, tied on black ribbon for the death of the old, and used holly to honor the Holly King. We burned the log to welcome the return of the sun. Our hymn is Ring Out Wild Bells. After Dale plays it through once, please rise in body or spirit to join in singing, Ringing Out Wild Bells, which can be found in your order of service insert and up on the screen.
The place? A smoky hut somewhere in what we now call Scandinavia. The time? About 2000 BC.
Winter. Just cold and dark and more dark, and I hate it.
I saw a light far off the other night. I thought it could be the dawn, but it wasn't. I think I saw a ghost.
We huddle in our huts, trying to stay warm. We put aside warfare. We only try to survive. Winter imposes peace on us.
Will someone tell us a tale of this long night? Sven, you've just came from the Southland. What have you heard?
The tale is of the eternal battle between the Oak King and the Holly King. Now, the Oak and Holly Kings are not good versus evil, but rather two halves of a whole, representing light and dark, death and life. The two kings fight twice a year to switch dominance. At summer solstice, the Oak King defeats the Holly King to usher in summer. Likewise, at winter solstice, the Holly King defeats the Oak King, beginning his reign over winter. Welcome, Holly King. Welcome, winter.
This morning, our prayer is song. We're going to sing through the normal prayer response song, which is in your order of service, but today we're going to sing the first verse and the second verse. Usually we only do the second. The first is, "There is a love holding me," and then the second verse is, "There is a love holding us."
Join us now in a responsive litany. When we pause and extend our hands to you, please speak together the words, "The light is reborn."
The light is reborn.
In the greatest darkness, out of the winter cold, from our deepest fears, when we most despair, when all seems lost, and the earth lies waste.
The light is reborn. When animals hide, when the leaves are gone, when the river is frozen, when the ground is hard, the light is reborn.
Shadows are fleeing, light is returning. Warmth will come again. Summer will be here once more. Plants will grow again. Animals will be seen once more. Green will come again. Life will continue.
The light is reborn.
How faithfully you blossom.
We who celebrate the sun's light may also spread our light. We who accept the sun's warmth may also nurture with warmth. We who accept the sun's gifts may also share our great gifts of love, of time, of care, of material wealth, of money that allows others their share. We ask that you now, for your generous gift, 2/3 of which will support the work of this spiritual community, and 1/3 of which will be shared with the minister's discretionary fund, which provides confidential emergency financial assistance for church members and friends. You can learn more and access the discretionary fund by getting in touch with Reverend Tara directly. Donations can now be made as the basket is passed through the donate button on our website, or if you're a member, on Breeze. If you are visiting us for the first time this morning, please know that your presence is your gift to us. Our solstice offering will now be given and received.
Ring the bells of solstice, joyful songs and chanting. Cast the circle, bring the seed we bless for the springtime planting. From the woods resplendent, holly and boughs we taken. John's resounding call to the unconquered sun awaken. Neath the snowy silence, all rebirth is now begotten. Morning born from darkness deep in earth, from times forgotten. Joyous new beginnings, winter is dark attending. Life in spiral dances spun from endings never ending. Neath the snowy silence, all rebirth is now begotten. Morning born from darkness deep in earth, from times forgotten. Joyous new beginnings, winter is dark attending. Life is spiral
As you have offered this church your generous gift, may we offer you our heartfelt thanks in the continuing spirit of sharing the light.
This is the eve of the winter solstice, the longest night of the year. This is the stillness behind motion when time itself stops, center of which also the circumference of all.
At the close of a tragic year, amidst a deeply troubling time, the soul's instinct to stop and touch the holiness and stillness of life remains. Amidst all the hacking and fracking, in the face of the fake news and false promises, there may be no better time than the dark times we find ourselves into to rekindle the instinct for uniting together and expressing our love and generosity.
By virtue of being human, we are each called to assist in the work of bringing back the light. No one can do it for us. In the face of great challenges and obstacles, either we become bigger people or smaller souls. If we remain in touch with the inner spark and light of the soul, our experiences can become revelatory, our response is more spontaneous, and our hearts more inclusive and life-enhancing.
Now darkness triumphs, and yet gives way and changes into light. We will be awake in the dark. We will call the sun from the womb of night. As we celebrate the solstice, we join across time and space all the festivals of light emerging from the dark. May all the Yule fires, all the Hanukkah candles, all the Christmas lights the world over, and all the lights we are about to kindle here today, not only brighten the darkness of winter, but brighten also the darkness of our hearts. May all these lights, set ablaze by people of goodwill across the globe, assure us that spring will follow winter, hope will triumph over despair, peace will eclipse war, and love will outlast evil. The light will never die. Please join us now in singing For the Earth Forever Turning, number 163 in your hymnal and up on the screen. After Dale plays through the tune, we will rise in body or spirit and sing together.
We invite the directions to come forward to assist in the opening of the circle. The seasons turn, we bring the light. We raise the sun from dark of night. Spirit of North, the place of earth, to be silent and still. We thank you for bringing the land that now slumbers to remind us of winter and this cold solstice day. We bid you hail and farewell. Hail and farewell. Spirit of West, the place of water, of emotion and intuition. We thank you for the waters of the earth and for the salty taste of the sea. We bid you hail and farewell. Hail and farewell. Spirit of South, the place of fire, of passion and creativity. We thank you for the crackling hearth to provide the heat of winter and the cheer of festive candles. We bid you hail and farewell. Hail and farewell. Spirit of East, the place of air, of beginnings and of intellect. We thank you for the light of each day, the gateway of the dawn. We bid you hail and farewell. Hail and farewell. As we open this circle, I invite you to follow along in your order of service. There are words to a chant which are often sung during the opening of a pagan ritual. So bear with us. May the circle be open yet unbroken. May the love of God and Goddess be ever in your heart. Merry meet and merry part, and merry meet again. We'll continue 2 more times. May the circle be open, yet unbroken. May the love of God and Goddess be ever in your heart. Merry meet and merry part, and merry meet again. May the circle be open, yet unbroken. May the love of God and Goddess be ever in your heart. Merry meet and merry part, and merry meet again.
We have ushered in the return of the sun. We extinguish now the flames we have kindled here, as our days will now grow longer, our nights shorter. And as we carry the flames of love, peace, justice, and hope in our hearts and out into the world, we will close this celebration by singing together. After the final verse of our hymn, This Little Light of Mine, you are invited to depart, perhaps singing and dancing your way all the way down the long hallway to join us for treats and celebrations. Friends, our worship has ended and our service begins.